Hey, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about how to buy commercial real estate with no money. Hey, so if you're interested in buying commercial real estate, like an apartment building or something like that, but you don't have money for a down payment, closing costs, renovations, that kind of stuff, how can you get into those kind of deals? That's what we're going to show you on today's video. We're going to show you different strategies, just different approaches, creative ways to get in with no money down, traditional ways to get in with no money down, how to leverage other people's money, other people's connections to make your multifamily, your commercial real estate dreams come true, even if you don't have the cash yourself. So stay tuned. All right, so you don't have any cash to buy your own multifamily property. Well, you're probably going to have to get creative, or at least consider getting creative. And that would mean going direct to property owners and pitching them on the idea of doing something a little bit out of the box with you. So what are some examples of this? Well, the most obvious one is if you find a property owner has a commercial property that's free and clear, they don't have a mortgage on it, show them the big advantage of them being the bank for you. Perhaps they will finance it 100% for you so that you can get into that property with no money down. Or perhaps they'll do something creative like a rent-to-own agreement with you where they will lease the property to you with the option to purchase and the option to buy in over time, pay in your down payment over time. That's a very creative way to do it. Or perhaps they'll do an agreement for sale with you. That's similar to owner financing, just structured a little bit differently. But all of these methods can involve you getting into a deal creatively without any money out of your pocket. The bottom line is, if you want to get serious about buying multifamily properties, you probably are eventually going to have to come up with down payments to buy these kind of deals. Good news is, it doesn't need to be your money for the down payment, but you do want to make sure that you're starting to get the foundation in place with good relationships with prospective lenders. These can be traditional lenders like the big banks, mortgage companies, etc. It can be non-traditional lenders like B lenders or hard money lenders. Take a look at these and see what are the financing options available to you if you did have the money for the down payment. Get those ducks in a row, and then next we're going to show you how to get the capital even if it's not out of your own pocket. All right, so the big trick if you don't have any of your own money for your commercial property is to access other people's money. Bring on partners, bring on people who do have the money, people who do have the credit to get into these kind of deals, and leverage that. So you don't have to worry about coming out with money if you can use somebody else's capital as the down payment. So bringing on a joint venture partner or a couple of joint venture partners is the ideal solution. You find the deal, you bring the team, you bring the experience, the track record, the expertise to the table, and they bring the money. And then you join forces to do that deal. Now, if you like that idea, I've got a great resource for you. It's my book, Money Partner Formula. You can get a free copy. Just click on the link in the description below, and this will show you how to find all the JV partners, private lenders that you want for your deals. Now, if you're going to be going after private lenders or joint venture partners, you want to make sure that you've got a compelling pitch about your deals. You've got a compelling pitch about you and your background with real estate investing. So I call this your $1 million investor presentation. And I highly recommend that you create a well-organized, well-structured, attractive slideshow presentation, something like a PowerPoint, something you can walk people through on your laptop or on your tablet or sharing screens if you're meeting with somebody by Zoom. And you can walk them through high level exactly what's in it for them for investing with you in a particular commercial property. That's going to make a huge difference. And here's a big tip for that. Make sure you keep it super simple. Don't talk over people's heads. Don't assume that everybody understands what IRR means or what NOI means or any of these cap rates or any of the jargon that we're accustomed to using in real estate investing. Dumb it down. Here's the tip for you. Create your presentation as if you were giving it to an average 13-year-old. Now, it doesn't mean that your prospective investors are just have a grade 8 education. No, but that means if you can explain this to an average 13-year-old and they understand it, that's perfect. That's the kind of level that we want to go at. That's simple enough that it's easy for people to get their head around. So shoot for that for your target. And at the end of the day, we know that you want to get into a commercial property with none of your own money out of pocket. But bottom line is, to make that happen, it has to be a win-win-win for everybody, not just for you, but also for your partners, your joint venture partners, for the seller, for everybody. So you need to focus on creating win-win scenarios. So when you bring on a joint venture partner, make sure that you are being generous with them. If this is kind of your first deal working with investors, perhaps consider being extra generous. Give your investors an extra large piece of the pie, because without them, without their trust in you, there's no way you would get going with this. And then once you get that first deal going with your investor partners, after that, then you can negotiate a little bit more. You can be a little bit more generous in your behalf. But you always want to make sure that your investors are super happy with the deal. Make sure that your investors get paid. Make sure that that is your priority. Especially if you don't have any skin in the game financially, make sure that your investors are always covered. All right? That's going to lead to very happy investors who are going to reinvest with you in future deals, who are going to refer you and recommend you to their friends and family members with money as well. That's how you grow your portfolio long term.